the sun is shining 24/7. 'Cause when we're together.
Hey y'all, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm sharing a massive deep clean with me, where I'll be bringing you along as I deep clean my oven and deep clean my carpets, which both were pretty disgusting. I'll be showing some real life messes, doing some laundry, and even sharing a super easy garlic Parmesan pasta crockpot recipe. So get your to-do list ready and let's clean together.
'Cause when you're around, I know it's true.
Alright, so we are going to start here in my bedroom. This is typically just what I do every single morning is get my bed made, tidy up my room. It's not really something that I put on my cleaning to-do list because it's just part of my morning routine. But getting my bedroom tidied up in the mornings and my bed made just kind of motivates me to start tackling all of those things on my to-do list.
And I see your face. I'm becoming blind by your dazzling grace. What a beautiful feeling to be close to you. There's nothing else I wanna do.
Now here in this laundry basket I have 2 loads of laundry that needed to be folded, and they've probably been sitting there for a few days, so this does not go along with tidying up the bedroom. This is a whole separate task that apparently takes me a really long time to get to, so I do write this down on my to-do list, which motivates me even more to get it done because I love to highlight things off of my to-do list in my planner. And I actually love it so much that sometimes if I didn't even write a task down and I did something, then I'll go write that back in my planner just so I can highlight it off. Y'all will have to let me know if y'all do that too.
Feels so good, so good.
Okay, so 2 loads of laundry are now folded, and now I have to go put them away. And so I'm actually going to put mine and my husband's clothes away, and then my 2 kiddos, I'm going to just put their laundry in the basket, take it upstairs, and put it on their beds, and they can put their laundry away when they get home from school. Now, in case you guys are new here, I wanted to take a second just to introduce myself so you could get to know me a little bit. My name is Amy, and I live right outside of Savannah, Georgia. I am a stay-at-home mom. I have 2 kiddos, Kaysen, who is 10, and Gracie June, who is 8. And before becoming a stay-at-home mom, I was actually a teacher. I taught 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade during my 9.5 years of teaching. And 2nd grade was definitely my favorite grade to teach. But whenever I share about becoming a stay-at-home mom, a lot of people ask me why I decided to leave the classroom. So I never thought in a million years that I'd ever want to be a stay-at-home mom until I had Kaysen, my firstborn. When he was born, I just did not want to leave him. I wanted to be able to be with him 24/7. I wanted to see all of the firsts for the first time and be able to teach him myself and do all of the things. But unfortunately, with Chance's job, he is in medical sales. At the time, the company that he worked for did not offer health insurance. So if I were to quit my job, I would have lost, my salary. Plus, we would have had to pay over $1,000 a month just to have private health insurance. So we just could not afford it. We had a house payment. We had 2 car payments at the time. We had credit cards. We had all the things. And we still also had student loans, or at least I did. I still had student loan debt. So it just was not an option for us. So after having kids, like I said, I kept wanting to stay at home. And then Gracie June, she is 2 years younger than Kaysen. So had Kaysen, 2 years later I had Gracie June, and I still wanted to stay at home. Now when Gracie June was about 2 years old, we actually came across the Financial Peace University, and we decided to go ahead and do it. Now at that time, we never in a million years thought I'd be able to stay at home. But we went through Financial Peace University and we started paying off our debt like crazy. Also around that time, I had started a little Etsy shop and started selling t-shirts. And so every bit of money that I made for my Etsy shop, we would just throw down on our debt. After about 18 months of doing the debt snowball that Dave Ramsey teaches, budgeting, and literally living off of rice and beans, we were able to pay off all of our debt except for our house. Now, like I said, I was throwing every single penny that I made from my Etsy shop onto our debt, plus whatever else we could throw on there from the month. And we were budgeting, like we were super duper tight with our money. And then with the debt snowball, how that works is you pay off whatever you owe the least on. So if you have a credit card and there's $1,000, you owe $1,000 on it, and then your next debt you owe $2,000 or whatever. You pay off that lowest amount first, and then whatever you were paying monthly on that credit card or that debt, you roll over and you start throwing it on your next lowest debt. So that's kind of how the snowball works. And I mean, we were able to pay everything off way faster than we thought we would have. Now, while we were in the middle of paying off all of our debt, Chance actually switched companies. He was still in medical sales, but went to a different company. He did take a little bit of a pay cut when he moved over companies at first, but with the new company, he was actually offered health insurance. Because we were still paying off debt and everything, we weren't going to just automatically say, okay, you're done teaching, you can stay at home now, because we had a goal. We wanted to finish paying off all of the debt except for our house. Now, right after we paid all of our debt off except for our house, we ended up putting our house up for sale. It sold way quicker than we ever expected, so we ended up renting a house, and we bought some land and started building a house. So I continued to teach that year. I did move to a different school, but our house rent was actually a lot less than the house payment we had previously had, so we were able to save even more money, so that way when we closed on our house, we could put a big down payment down. So about midway through the school year, we decided that it was time. I was going to be able to stay at home. At that point, my Etsy shop was doing really well. I wasn't making quite as much as I was teaching, but it was very close. And so we just decided, okay, well, we can use Chance's salary to pay all of our bills, and basically my Etsy shop would pay for anything extra like groceries or clothes, things like that. So even though I did not get to stay at home when my kids were little, my kids were actually Gracie June, the year that I ended up staying at home, quitting teaching, she was going into pre-K. And Kason was going into first grade. So I was able to help out in the classrooms. I got to eat lunch with them at school and go on field trips. I got to be room mom in both of their classrooms, and my dream of being a stay-at-home mom finally came true. Now, I don't know if you've heard this saying before, but God always has an answer to your prayers. It's just not always what you want. Sometimes it's a yes, sometimes it's a no, and sometimes it's a grow, which means later, or you have to do a little bit of growing first for you to get the yes. And so although I prayed and prayed and prayed to be able to stay at home once I had Kason, I feel like God's answer to me was to grow. I definitely feel like all the years of teaching and getting to see how other parents parent their kids, how they discipline them when it comes to like schoolwork, or seeing the parents that got to come in and help me, how they were helpful, it's made me a better room mom or better volunteer at the school. Also, I'm able to do a whole lot more with my kids since we paid off all of our debt except the house, and just I'm a lot more responsible than I think I would have been had I stayed at home when I wanted to and not when God wanted me to. So anyways, that's my story about how I became a stay-at-home mom. I absolutely love what I'm doing, and I don't think I'll go back to teaching, but you can never say never. All right, so we are going to clean this oven. As you can see, it is pretty gross in here. I have not cleaned it in probably over a year. So we've got a little bit of caked on food and gunk all over the walls of the oven and everything. So I've got a lot of deep cleaning to do. I'm going to have to use some arm power to get this mess cleaned up. Now the first thing I'm doing is putting down a towel so I don't spray any of the oven cleaner onto the floor, and I actually use the Easy Off Heavy Duty Cleaner, which is not non-toxic, and the fumes are very, very strong. So I would honestly recommend getting the heavy duty fume free one if you're going to use the Easy Off. Now since my oven was really, really dirty, that is why I went for the Easy Off instead of using like a natural cleaner like baking soda and vinegar. But if you're looking for a more natural way to clean, those actually do work as well. I just wanted something that was gonna really lift the grease and everything a lot faster since I didn't have a whole lot of time to do this and my oven was really dirty. But the fumes with this cleaner are definitely super strong, so I suggest wearing a mask. And I also opened some windows and the doors and even had the fan vents going in our bathrooms. I let this cleaner sit for 20 minutes with the oven door closed, and then I started using my scraper to get the caked up mess that was up in this corner off and anything else that I could scratch off. And then I'm using my Scrub Daddy and I'm just going to town scrubbing all of this mess off, and it actually worked really, really well.
Love it how you love me electric like you do. Love it how you love me electric, always you. For me, I'm coming home. Know I got you forever wherever I go. I feel like I'm high. Oh, and I wouldn't change the way you got me jumping through hoops. All the wishes in the world, and I wish for you. I feel like I'm dying. Oh, and I found heaven in your eyes. Tell me it's all mine, holding on too tight. You're like a neon sign in a starless night, showing up so bright. Can't get over how you talk to me.
So after scrubbing down the whole oven with my Scrub Daddy, I decided to go back in with the Dawn Power Wash just to help loosen up anything else that was still caked onto the oven. I'm sure I went through layers and layers of stuff since it had been so long since I've cleaned. So I do feel like the Easy Off did a great job, especially since it only sat for 20 minutes. But the Dawn Power Wash, I feel like if your oven's not that dirty, you could even just use that and clean your oven out, and it does such a great job. So here's what it looks like after I wiped it all clean, and you can see there are still some spots, and I feel like those would have come off a whole lot easier if I had let the Easy Off sit overnight, but I didn't have all that time. So I'm pulling out the pink stuff. This stuff is seriously like a miracle paste. I've used it on so many different places in my house, but I'm just scrubbing this on with my Scrub Daddy, and then I'm actually going to use a scoring scrub to scrub right here on this area, and then again on the glass because there were a lot of spots still on the glass that I wanted to try to get out, and this combination seemed to work really well.
Showing up so bright, can't get over how you talk to me. Like I'm all you're ever gonna need. Seeing colors that I've never seen. I love it how you love me electric, like you do. Love it how you love me electric, always you. Love it how you love me electric, electric. I love it how you love me electric, love me electric.
So the combination of the pink stuff and the scoring scrubbers on the glass top worked really, really good, and I definitely recommend this combination. But there were still a few spots inside the oven that had not come out yet, so I had seen my friend Olivia Snyder share that she used a pumice stone on the inside of her oven. Now, she did not use this on the glass, so I wanted to give it a try. I'm dipping it into the water, and then I'm just going to scrub those spots right here that are not on the glass. And here you can see that worked so well. I barely had to scrub, and that stuff came straight off. So honestly, the pink stuff I love for the glass, but if you have a lot of these little spots that you're trying to get off inside of your oven, I would use a pumice stone. And this did not scratch up my oven at all, by the way. Now, I got these little pumice stones with the handles off of Amazon. I got a pack of like 4, I think. It may have been more than that, but I'll link everything that I used to clean the oven down in my description box. And I know that the description box is a lot harder to find these days. YouTube has changed some things up. So to get to the description box, just go right below this video. You'll see where the title to the video is, and there's a little arrow, a down arrow to the right of that. If you click that, that will drop down the entire description box. So you'll be able to find links to anything that I mentioned in today's video, frequently asked about links, also lots of videos categorized by organization, project, or specific areas that I have deep cleaned. I have all of that categorized down for you in my description box in case you're looking for a specific type of video to watch. So I hope you find that helpful in case you're looking for anything that I talk about in the video and you're wanting to find a quick link to get to it. All right, so here is a little before and after of the oven, and you will see it got so much cleaner. So like I said, if yours was really, really bad like mine, or you've never even cleaned your oven, then I would recommend using the Easy Off, but you could also try the fume-free version. I feel like it would do just as good a job. You might have to just leave it on longer. But if yours is not nearly as bad as mine, you could definitely do a little mixture of baking soda and vinegar, or use the Dawn Power Wash, or even the pink stuff. Now I'm cleaning off the oven racks, and they've just been sitting here in my bathtub. They've actually had the Easy Off on them longer than I did the oven because I sprayed them on the same time. And so everything came off super duper easy. You can see all the mess that came off in the bathtub.
I swore to myself I wouldn't be honest this time. It was all just for fun, but now I'm blurring the lines. I know there's some things I'm not supposed to say to you.
I am so excited to be able to check this task off of my to-do list because I've been putting it off for a while now. I knew it was really bad. I knew it was going to take me a while and lots of elbow grease to get that thing cleaned. So it feels so good to have that checked off of my list. All right, so now that my sink is all clean, I'm going to wipe down the counters in here, and I did end up using my cordless vacuum to do a quick vacuum in here, but I took that footage out because the next day I did a vacuum of the entire downstairs and started on the floors and everything, so I didn't keep all of that vacuuming since you were going to see me do it the next day anyways.
I say too much when I'm drunk. Oh, and here I go again. Here I go again. You caught me with my inhibitions down and higher. Hearing all the secrets from my dirty mouth. I'm gonna need you to come wash it out and kiss me, 'cause I don't know how to shut my dirty mouth. Hey, hey, my dirty mouth. My dirty mouth.
So it is the next day. This is day 2 of cleaning. I'm going to tidy up the living room really quick, and then I'm going to vacuum the entire downstairs. And then our carpets had not been cleaned in forever, so I wanted to pull out my carpet cleaner and give them a good deep cleaning.
Is there anybody out there?
Now, anytime I'm going to run my carpet cleaner, I make sure to pull out my Shark Uplight vacuum first, and I give the carpets or the rugs a really good vacuuming. This is my all-time favorite vacuum ever. I've talked about it for a few years now. This thing picks up so much dirt, so much hair. I love it for both rugs, carpets, and hardwood floors or vinyl floors, whatever. It works great on everything, and you're going to see just from that little area how much it picked up. Now, I love all of my vacuums for many different reasons. But if you ask me, my all-time favorite vacuum that I've ever had, I would definitely say is the Shark Uplight. It is a corded vacuum, but it is still lightweight, and like I said, it picks up a ton of stuff. I could literally vacuum the rugs right before with any other vacuum, and it's still going to pull up so much dirt and hair. It also has a self-cleaning brush roll, so none of my hair, you know how women have longer hairs. Well, with any other vacuum, those hairs get stuck in that brush roll, and since this vacuum has a self-cleaning brush roll, it never has hair wrapped around it. It's kind of crazy. So if you're looking for a vacuum that is going to be a really good deep cleaning vacuum, then I would suggest this one, and it's actually on sale right now at Walmart. I think it was, the last time I checked, it was $179, and 2 weeks ago, it was listed for $299 at Walmart. Then a week later, it dropped to $224. And then this last week, it dropped to $199. And then for Black Friday, it ended up dropping to $179. So while I'm editing this video, the price is currently $179. And I will link it down in the description box in case you are interested in a really good vacuum. Now, you guys know I love my cleaning products. I love my vacuums, and so I do also have a cordless vacuum. I also have a robot vacuum, which I love both of those very much for different reasons. But like I said, this is my favorite vacuum if I had to pick like one for deep cleaning or for all the surfaces in the house. Okay, so now that I have vacuumed, I am ready to clean my carpets, and today I pulled out my Bissell Pro Heat, and I actually have two carpet cleaners. I have this one, and I also have the Hoover carpet cleaner. It's called the Smart Wash Pet Complete, and honestly, I feel like they both work really, really good. I would say that the main difference between the two carpet cleaners is that Bissell has 3 different modes. So they have a max mode, deep clean, and an express cleaning mode, and the Hoover carpet cleaner only has 1 mode. I do think with the max mode, with the Bissell, you get a deeper clean than with the Hoover. My water always comes out super dark when I use my Bissell versus the Hoover. And you'll see when I get done cleaning these 2 rugs, how dark the water was, how gross these carpets were. But both of these carpet cleaners are a little bit bulky, so they're not like super lightweight or anything. You can use different attachments to clean different areas of your house too. So it's got like an upholstery attachment. You can also, if you have carpeted stairs, you can pull the hose out and use those different pieces to clean your carpeted stairs. Now, I also know that when you're looking at cleaning products, might have a budget as well. So I did want to share the prices with you. I looked them up both on Walmart because that was the cheapest that I could find them. And the Bissell that I'm using right now is listed for $259. And the Hoover carpet cleaner that I have is actually on a cyber deal right now for $149. It's regularly $299, so it's on sale right now for $149. So the regular everyday prices of these 2 carpet cleaners are pretty comparable too, but right now the Hoover is on way bigger sale. So I don't know if that would make a difference either, but like I said, they both are great carpet cleaners. They both do a great job deep cleaning the carpets.
I think I need a lifeline. I've been drifting through the darkness, looking for the sunrise. Sometimes it feels like we're so far away, trying to keep our heads above the waves. Are we gonna sink like Titanic? Our problems feel gigantic, like falling apart into a cold, cold ocean.
Now, as I'm showing some close-ups of the carpet cleaning, you're going to see the dog hair that's getting stuck in the carpet cleaner. And so it's definitely important to do a good vacuuming beforehand. And you guys saw all that my Shark Uplight picked up from the carpets or from the rugs. And there's still dog hair left behind.
Filling up with water.
Now here you can see the water after just cleaning those 2 area rugs downstairs. Now I will say we are definitely walking around a ton on these 2 rugs. Cooper likes to sleep on the rugs downstairs. The other rug is right by the front door, so who knows what we're bringing in and out of the front door as we're tracking in things. But seeing this water definitely makes me want to clean my carpets way more often.
At the first sight of danger, I'll still be hanging on. Just tell me we're not going under before it's too late.
So now that I'm done cleaning the carpets, I'm going to take these little pieces apart because they've got dog hair all in them, and I'm going to become the carpet cleaner.
Sometimes life can be so cruel, keeps on reminding me of you. All of the sweet and sunny weather, now all of the days turn shades of blue, girl. I did you wrong too many times, acting like you weren't on my mind. You had fallen for me hard, love. Oh, how I wish I'd seen it then. I should have picked up all the signals. Looking back still drives me crazy, knowing that you were by my side, knowing that I took you for granted. Now she's on to me, selling make-believe like it's currency. I could lock the door, sweep her off the floor, but I can't control you. Jealousy, jealousy. Oh, I'm begging you, I'm begging you. Jealousy, jealousy. Oh, I'm begging you to stop making a fool of me. Tell me time can heal the wounded, but what if it cuts me way too deep? Can I the hurt with longer sleeps? I've been searching for your equal, someone who dresses just like you, laughs at a joke the way.
So I got these rug grippers a while ago, and I already put them on the area rug by the front door, but I haven't put them on this rug yet. So I'm going to put these on here. I got these off of Amazon, and they're so great, so much better than putting that big, long, like rug gripper that goes underneath your rugs that gets all messed up and wrinkly, and then you have to fix it anyways. So these just go on the corners of your rug. They're so easy to put on, and they actually work. Now the last thing I'm going to do cleaning wise is go ahead and mop the downstairs, and all of the floors and carpets and everything down here will be clean. And then I'm going to show you that super easy crockpot recipe.
Tough times cause I'm never really sentimental. No vice in a vessel gonna make it better. Every moment I could've made a move, I should've crossed you over, left and maybe got you in my room, baby. Your eyes disappearing in a haze, your love going up inside the blaze. And now there is only me to blame for never speaking up the truth that I had always felt the same. Now she's chasing me, she's on every street in my memory. I could lock her out, take the pictures down, but I can't control you. Jealousy, jealousy.
Alright, so I'm almost done mopping, but I just wanted to say I cannot believe that it's already December and that the year is almost over. It's so crazy to me. I feel like this year just kind of flew by. Also, since it is the first video of December, I'm going to share with you guys my monthly meal plan for December. I've been sharing this in the first video of every month, so I'm going to share that right before I share the Crockpot recipe. Also, I'm wondering if maybe I should switch it to sharing the last video of every month, just so that way you can see the meal plan before the month actually begins, because I wasn't thinking about that when I started sharing it in the first video of every month. So y'all let me know if it would be more helpful to actually share it in the last video of the month so you could actually do your meal plan and use any of the recipes or whatever that I share in our meal plan. Also, on my channel, if you go to the community tab when you go to my channel page, you'll be able to see lots of posts like pictures and updates on videos, all that kind of stuff. So I will also post a screenshot of the meal plans in the community tab from now on too, so that way you can go find the picture there. But I've also been sharing lots of behind the scenes over on the community tab as well as in my stories. If you go to my channel and then you click my profile picture, you'll see where all of my stories are at, and you'll get a little bit more of like sneak peeks and just everyday life type stuff there. All right, so here's our monthly meal plan. I will leave a link to this planner sheet that I found. It's free. I found it on a blog somewhere, so this is the one that I've been using. But basically, I look at our calendar and I plan out our meals for the entire month. And then whenever you see the words or the letters OTE, that means out to eat. I also try to keep it super simple, and I do tacos at least once a week, pizzas once a week, and then I try to do leftovers at least once a week too. Now, I will put links to any of the recipes that we are trying out that are new this month down in the description box, and y'all let me know if you see any meals on this meal plan that you would like me to film for you. All right, now really quickly, I'm going to show you how to make this garlic Parmesan chicken pasta in the crock pot. I'm going to put all the directions on the screen as well as in the description box.
Exactly where to push or pull, and I am going mad just like you knew I would. You're reading me like an open book. You know me better than I ever thought you could. You see my body rush for the escape, while my heart wants to stay. I'll run away, hit the road in an almost lane, but I keep turning back just like a boomerang. You're like a backseat ghost telling me to stop. No matter what you do, I keep on coming back just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang. My head is spinning on my shoulders, so what's the use of trying, baby? All the ways they lead to you. You're like a magnet pulling me in. I run away, hit the road in an almost lane, but I keep turning back just like a boomerang.
So as you can see, this recipe was so easy. It basically cooked itself. We served it with a little bit of garlic bread, and both us and the kids absolutely loved it, and we had a ton for leftovers the next night. Also, cleanup was so stinking easy. I just pulled out the little crock pot liner and threw it in the trash.
I keep on spinning like a boomerang, just like a boomerang.
Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got tons and tons of cleaning motivation to get some things checked off of your to-do list today. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe before you leave and say hey in the comments and introduce yourself so that way we can get to know you guys a little bit better. And if you're still in need of more cleaning motivation, I'll have some videos here on the screen at the end of this video that you can check out, as well as some videos listed down in the description box. I hope y'all have an amazing week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!